What's up to episode number 4 of Cheddar Power Boy podcast, right? We have one of the best episodes. Our guest smell like of pickle. Oh my god. Ricky said last episode, no more guests, no more shows. So kind of cool that we're saying that, yo, yeah, we have a guest. It's not a super guest, but still, I love this episode. It's one of my favorites so far. We have the first guest. Ricky, he put a blinds on to say, if I cannot see it, I won't get high, I won't get drunk, which is a crazy concept, but it's Ricky. We have Randy that comes in, and the first guest is Randy from the show Trailer Park Boys, and it's kind of cool because although yes, guests would have been nice, we have a guest who's a Trailer Park Boy. He's one of the people. They have invited Sarah, they have invited Marguerite, they have invited Trinity, they have invited Jacob, they have invited Corey. I don't know why they don't invite Sarah more. I think she's super entertaining. I think she's super interesting, right? What? You're talking about Randy. And Randy, by the way, Randy is super. He's a male prostitute, he doesn't wear shirt, and he loves cheeseburger. That's Randy. By the way, he said Bubble promised him cheeseburger, which is funny. Uh, and yo, the boys are mad because they don't like Randy, and you can see Bubble trying to get a guess. There's a funny way of him saying, trying to call Ricky Balboa, and Ricky's like, how'd that go? I was like, well, you can't just call the man up. And Bubble, he rang a sex line, and they were saying, get banged. I thought that was super funny. I'm not doing the voice justice, but he does a Ricky Balboa voice. Say, hey, wanna get banged? So super cool. The boys are mad at Randy, and Randy's like, fuck you, I'm a good guest. And it's funny because I guess later we have another person who also says, I'm a good guest. So I fucking love that shit. And we have the Randy who was like, yo, because Ricky wants to do drugs on the podcast, and they're like, no, don't do drugs, this is illegal. Right? Then a couple minutes later he wants to buy weed. I thought it was funny, I thought it was fantastic. Ran Tall's hooking. Right? So they ask Randy they ask him about him, what he wants to talk about, and they want to talk about because he's an assistant supervisor. They want to talk about how it is to be an assistant supervisor. And then Ricky and Julian's like, nobody gives a fuck. So then Randy talks about being a prostitute, and Julian's like, you have a pimp. It's kind of funny how Randy's like, yo, I don't do this a lot, and Julian's like, yo, I'm gonna be your pimp, but you need to work harder. And Randy's like, no. And it's kind of funny because this is classic Trailer Park Boys. The boys making fun of each other. And the boy having fun, having chemistry. Really good GIF. Really talk about bugs. Still bug about lawn, about recycling. So super boring stuff. And the boys, they went right back to hook him. And that's when Julian said, I'll be his pimp. And Bubble said, yo, you really want to be Randy's pimp? And Ricky and Randy and Julian's like, if money is good. And I thought it's so in character for Julian. And it was really funny. We have Rick. Rick. He wants to fight Randy because Randy is talking about dog poop everywhere in the park, and then Ricky's like, yo, is it you that put dog poop in my shoes? And then they start fighting, so I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious, actually. A super good moment. These are the moments that make the show interesting. We have Tracy Morgan, who was wanting to host SNL, and the boys want to host SNL also. I don't know if it happened. Randy thinks that Tracy Morgan is a figure skater, so again, it goes against the grain. I think it's funny because the boys are talking about something, he's talking about something else, and that makes the boys mad. So it's always cool to see that they're pushing each other, and they're improv, that they're doing like improv. I actually love this. I don't think it's super edited. We got Tracy Morgan isn't thing skater. Randy Pickle. Then they make fun of Randy because he smells like pickle, and he stinks because Randy throughout the year he's been told that he stinks. And that's the title of this episode. Our guest smells like pickle, and Ricky's like, you smell like pickle, and then Bubble's like, no, that's not pickle that you smell. It says I thought it was super cool. And they say this. They found some mammoth DNA, so they were like, yo, we could actually like not clone them. Talking about how crazy it is, how they're able to use spiderweb to do some bigger things, and it's really cool because that's the truth. It's something we see today. They're using spider silk to make these powerful like clothes. Super expensive, but still work really well. You're talking about I don't remember the name. I didn't write down. There's this singer who went to Greece, and he got drunk and he started punching people. They talk about that, and Ricky was like, Greece is not a good place. They're bankrupt. Ricky, like a dumbass, he talks about the movie Grease, and he thinks that Grease is from the movie, and then the boys make fun of it, and then Randy, sorry, and Bubble explained that to Ricky, hey, it's Grease, it's not the movie Grease. And it's so fucking funny because that's something Ricky would say, and then Randy copy Bubble. And they always saying, oh, Randy, you're stupid too. So he's just copying, you're just copying Bubble. And Ricky's always saying, oh, I got my grade 10, do you have a grade 10? Randy doesn't, so it's funny. Then they constantly bring it up. They constantly talking about, oh, I'm sorry, the new. I think it's kind of cool that those are their character. Julian doesn't care about Randy. Bubble is kind of friendly towards Randy, and Ricky hates Randy, right? So two kind of negatives are bringing up. I thought it was funny. Drunk. They talk about bankrupt. Yeah, the explain Greece. And then they talk about Stephen Harper, how he wants to do a campaign on drugs. We saw in the last episode how they were talking about drugs, right? For the TNS player. It's kind of cool that they were talking about the drugs again because a lot of people that are listening to Straight Power Boys do drugs. That's not a judgment, I think. If you listen to a show about drugs, you do drugs also, right? Randy talking about how beautiful Justin Trudeau is because he's running up for a campaign and he got elected. Now we're in 2023, got elected twice, and before that there was Stephen Harper. So it's kind of cool that we're getting these. Randy is like a bisexual. Well, he said he's bi, but he's, you know. And he's talking about how he had a crush on his father, and then they said, "Oh, why don't you run for office, right?" And he shouldn't. That was super funny. You want to see something cool? The peanut butter expired 2022. Today is the 2026, and it's still delicious. So we got drug law, Randy Crush, Justin Trudeau, and that. What? Oh, the kind for the requirement for president, that was okay. Talking about how the movie Fantastic Four, crushed, tanked in the office is kind of funny because we did watch that movie. Fantastic Four was something I wanted to see. We got the second one, the first and the second one did phenomenal. The third one it didn't work. It was kind of sad, right? Smart. It's talking about a review for a review. The movie was reviewed by smart people, and like Ricky was like, "Fuck smart people." They think the review is so good, and then Bubbles is explaining to Ricky how it would be better if a smart person does a review because you can trust them more. So they're arguing about that, and that's how the episode ends. It's a really good episode. It's my favorite so far, but 4, 5, and 6 are amazing. Don't get me wrong. Supercat and freaking Snoop Dogg. Are you kidding me? Amazing. That was episode. Peace.